Why do people invite mushrooms to parties? Because they're such fun guys. Okay, with the dad joke out of the way, I'm going to launch into it. This is the first episode of It Happened at StartWell last week. It's October 7th. I'm Qasim Virjee, the founder and CEO of StartWell. And a lot did happen last week. So I'm really excited to just highlight a couple of things that I was really excited about. One is a party. Okay, we actually had a party. We don't do parties that often. We're typically a venue that only does kind of corporate events. And often cases, those are parties, but less often than full day offsites for collaboration and innovation purposes. Regardless, one of my oldest friends in Toronto is also a designer, and so is his brother, and their family have a business called Smart Nora. Smart Nora was founded a few years ago, has since sold they've sold 100,000 plus actual units of their product. And they gave us a call a couple weeks ago and they said, Qasim, we'd like to take over the event studio to throw a party. What was the party for? Well, something really cool that also ties into our media function here at StartWell. They wanted to project a live screening of their episode of Dragon's Den. So Smart Nora was actually on the Dragon's Den TV show on the CBC. We projected it on our big screen, behind the stage, dimmed the lights so it was all moody and dark in the room, and invited like 100 guests that are partners and early adopters of their product to come and check out, their the airing of this episode. It was a really fun time and a great use case of the event studio. So if you're looking for a space for a party that's coming up, let me know. Another thing that happened is it's still going actually, is that we welcomed Toronto's Solana developer community. That's the guys who are working on the Solana blockchain to create all sorts of innovative solutions that rely on the uniqueness of this awesome blockchain to come and hack. So we've had this global hackathon happening. We invited a bunch of Toronto coders to it, and they've been working on our third floor in the third floor suite. We caught up with the two folks who run the super team. That's what they call their community advocacy group that is responsible for Canada. There's chapters all over the world, but the Canadian super team joined us on camera and had a little bit to say about the possibilities here in Canada, why Canada is unique, and also what they're excited about in regards to super team in general and Solana.
Hi, I'm Kaylin. I'm the first officer for Super Team Canada.
I'm Simon. I lead Super Team Canada. Geez.
That's it, eh?
That's it. We have this space booked out for the ongoing Coliseum Hackathon, which ends in a few days, but we're hoping to continue more things like this in the future, possibly weekly, for anybody who's interested in the Solana ecosystem or interested in Web3 in general, to kind of show up in person, talk to somebody in person, maybe get demoed a few projects, maybe find some team members who have a different skill set that you do, so you can build out your team and launch your product.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting. What do people in super teams around the world or otherwise Solana community think of Canada, do you think?
I think that Canada is known to be very strong in terms of our universities, particularly our engineering universities. So while you may see a country like or an area like the UAE to be more focused on capital and distribution of venture funds, Canada is seen as a building country with a lot of talent. And I think that there are some pretty high expectations in terms of how we will perform, how much we'll grow, because of having already existing very strong communities, which not every country with a super team has. Like, we already had these incredible city meetups, as Simon was saying, and yeah, I think that people are really excited to see what we have in store.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Good. Last but not least, I've made a new friend. He's been my friend for a little while, but thanks to a connection with I guess it came from our friend Martin, mutual friend Martin. I met a chap named Vitaly who runs a company that he co-founded called StackAdapt. So StackAdapt is a really cool company, but Vitaly is a really nice guy, and he has a lot to share as an entrepreneur that's kind of grown a company to hundreds and hundreds of staff that's globally dispersed. We talked about that for an episode of the StartWell podcast, which is going to air next week. But also, we did something really fun this week with his team. I can't speak much about it yet, but I will have something to share in coming episodes of this show. So stay tuned, and you'll get all the goods right here next week.